Today's vlog is actually going to just be an analogy that I sometimes use when I'm trying to explain to other people my general thoughts when it comes to magic and energy work and mysticism. Now, there's different words that we can use, and I don't want to get too caught up on the words that are used, but the basic understanding is our world is more complex than we understand. And things that we have discovered through science is just an attempt. There are still things beyond our comprehension and knowledge. So some of us believe that there's some deeper meaning to existence and that there is ways to influence the world around us through different means, whether that be through thought and will or different types of representing actions, ceremonial type practices. Regardless of how much stock you put in the ability to influence things through your own mind and will, you may be interested to hear perspective of those who feel it's possible and how it might be possible. And this can be through anything. This can be through affirmations. This can be through psychology. This could be through prayer. It doesn't have to be spellcraft and ceremonial magic. It can be any type of influence that we're trying to put out there. And I think this analogy could apply to all of those, like I said, including therapy or even speech, talking to people, influencing them, coaching them. There's a way to influence the world around you in many different means. Now, the individuals who like to practice some form of magic that typically find themselves in the spaces of polytheism, but actually do exist in monotheistic and atheistic practices as well, they tend to think of themselves like some of them will call what they're doing the craft of the wise. It is a practice that they're doing for those that are educated in how the world works around them. And understanding how the world works and the nature of nature and the natural world is essential for these practitioners. The reason that it's essential is because if you don't work with the natural flow and things that can naturally occur, nothing you attempt will be effective or work. It's like trying to light a match underwater. It's just not going to work. You need to understand the properties of the universe. So many people get wrapped up in this idea that if you're doing magic and mysticism, you're doing the impossible. Because media always presents magic and mysticism in a fantasy setting that's these extreme examples of things that are actually impossible. Understanding how this world works leads into this analogy that I like to paint for people. I say working with magic is similar to a river. Your intent and purpose and what you are trying to accomplish or manifest is like holding a board. So if you jump into that river and you walk upstream and the current is hitting that board, you're not making very good progress, if any at all, and the river is pushing against you. You're not going to get the effects you're looking for. Now, you could get kind of smart. You could tilt the board sideways so it kind of cuts through the water a little bit, and you can make a little bit easier going, but you're still fighting against the natural flow. Likewise, how far and wide is the river? How deep is the river? You might need to, like, if you jump out in the middle of the river, you might just get washed downstream and you're kind of SOL. So you might get smart and stay on the bank and tilt it. There's different things you can do to try to force your way through. But again, that's not the smart way of doing it. If you understand the flow of the river, you understand and respect nature itself, you learn to work with it. So if you want to make progress, you would put the board in the water, jump on it, and ride it downriver. Allow the natural currents and flow of nature to help with whatever it is you were trying to accomplish. And if you do want to get upriver, sometimes magic's not the answer. You just stay out of the water and you walk upriver, like on the side, on the bank, walk on the earth instead of jumping into the river. This is just the analogy I like to paint to understand why natural forces can work against us, and not respecting them can lead to things just befuddling out and just not working, period, regardless of what method we go with. It's just like I was mentioning with therapy or prayer, other things. The way that they have the ability to influence the world around us is by working naturally with them. If you find an individual who's an introvert and they don't listen well to others' authority, shouting or yelling at them is going against that nature. It's not going to work. If you pray to whatever it is you believe in to make money come into your life and manifest before you, that's not going to happen. It has to come from a source. So understanding the principles of the universe and what is natural and using those principles to help you, using the sun to dry clay, work with the natural way things are and understand the universe. That exploration is what is going to enhance your practice. So if you are a practitioner, hopefully you find that helpful and beneficial. And if you're not, you at least got some insight into an individual who at least believes in what you might consider impossible. Thanks for watching. As always, interact if you like these videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.